Hello everyone, this is Shakina. Welcome to MaAu. And today I just wanted to share with you a few details about the interview questions you might be facing when going for manual testing intern position. So this is a very basic interview questions that you might be getting. So I would just share a few of them each day. Maybe we'll follow this as a series. So in each day video, I'll be posting about 10 questions so that you could get to understand what manual testing is about and how to face the questions during the interview. So the very first question you might be facing during the interview is, what is exploratory testing? Exploratory testing is a hands-on approach in which testers are involved in minimum planning and maximum test execution. Exploratory testing, the planning involves the creation of a test character, a short declaration of the scope of a short time-boxed test effort, the objectives and possible approaches to be used, and the test design and the test execution activities are performed in parallel, typically without formal document of the test conditions or test cases or test scripts. This does not mean more formal testing techniques will not be used. For example, the tester may use boundary value analysis but will think through and test the most important boundary values without necessarily writing them down. So some notes will be written during the exploratory testing session so that a report can be produced afterward. The second question for today is, what is use case testing? In order to identify and execute the functional requirement of an application from start to finish, use case is used, and the techniques used to do this is known as use case testing. The third question you might face is, what is the difference between the STLC and SDLC? So STLC stands for Software Testing Lifecycle and SDLC stands for Software Development Lifecycle. STLC deals with the development or coding of the software, while SDLC deals with the validation and verification of the software. The fourth question is, what is traceability matrix? The relationship between test cases and requirements is shown with the help of a document. This document is known as traceability matrix. Fifth question, what is equivalence partitioning testing? Equivalence partitioning testing is a software testing technique which divides the application input test data into each partition at least once of equivalent data from which test cases can be derived. By this testing method, it reduces the time required for software testing. The sixth question for today is, what is white box testing, and list the types of white box testing. White box testing techniques involves selection of test cases based on the internal structure like code coverage, branches coverage, paths coverage, condition coverage of a component or system. It is also known as code-based testing or structural testing. Different types of white box testing are statement coverage and decision coverage. The seventh question, in white box testing, what do you verify? In white box testing, following steps are verified. Verifying the security holes in the code, verifying the incomplete or broken paths in the code, verifying the flow of structure according to the document specification, verifying the expected outputs, verify all conditional loops in the code to check the complete functionality of the application, verify the line-by-line coding, and cover 100% testing. The eighth question, what is black box testing? What are the different black box testing techniques? Black box testing is a technique used in software testing method which is without knowing the internal structure of code or program. This testing is usually done to check the functionality of an application. The different black box techniques are equivalence partitioning, boundary value analysis, and cause-effect graphing. What is the difference between static and dynamic testing? During static testing method, the code is not executed and it is performed using the software documentation. And during dynamic testing, to perform this, the code is required to be in an executable form. The 10th question for today is, what are verification and validation? Verification is a process of evaluating software at the development phase. It helps you to decide whether the product of a given application satisfies the specified requirements, whereas validation is the process of evaluating software after the development process and to check whether it meets the customer requirements. So for today, these are the 10 questions. So I'll be coming back tomorrow again with another set of 10 questions. Hope these questions would be of help to you as you thrive to learn and face the interview. Have a wonderful day.